Wrestling can support.
Yay, by half.
All right. Well, if it's getting taken care of, because finding out about the source of magic in that realm would be
very, very important. Yes.
Murmur, murmur, murmur. They say to each other.
All right. So you guys get that powered up. Anything else you want to have a look at here, Swade?
Oh, you want us powered up now?
Yep.
Right. They bring out the barber pole. Bring out the barber pole. Bring out. Get it yourself. God damn it! You had one job, etc. So eventually, under heavy guard, the barber pole gets brought out. They bring more guards in and stuff like that.
All right. While they're doing that, I've got a couple errands to run here in town. If you guys want to tag along or inspect things around here more.
Yeah.
Yeah, this place is buttoned up tight. I think it's in great shape. No problems.
All right.
Okay. Let me check something here. Next, I got to go pay a visit to Mr. Koala, who's my attorney here.
Mm-hmm.
You have an attorney?
Didn't everybody?
Why? I always met everybody, so I don't need deal with the law.
Well, I keep a whole stable of attorneys on hand for when my friends get themselves locked up for stealing and murdering people.
Oh, you have attorney for me.
No problem. You guys go off, and are you all dressed like in adventuring type clothing?
Yeah.
I figure in town I'll wear the local the suit and digs and all that. So
fancy and rich clothes.
Yeah.
All right, cool. People are like, "Hello, Australians!" as you go through the street and all the different beast-headed people and whatnot. He goes to introduce you to his hedgehog attorney, who's named Mr. Koala for some reason. Do you remember he's a hedgehog?
I do now. I couldn't find any Australian animals, so I named them all after Australian animals.
He says, as soon as you walk in and he sees you, he takes his nameplate and just clicks it down. So he goes, "Hello, I am Mr. Koala. It is you, wrestling rod. Good to see you." Because you're paying him to change his fucking name.
Has Mr. Kangaroo returned?
He says, yes, he has. He has discovered a copper mine.
Oh, that's Hornsby.
Oh, he's not him? Shit. He says,
no, the bloke with the rabbit head. I call him Mr. Kangaroo. He was supposed to be buying some trade goods to load up in the warehouse.
Logan needs a reminder because this guy's more together than Logan is. What was Mr. Kangaroo, the rabbit-headed guy, supposed to get you for trade goods?
He was given 20 gold and gold to go find a deal on non-perishable trade goods to load up in the warehouse.
Of any particular kind?
No. I told him spices and anything that's not meat or.
Yeah, all right, cool. Yeah, you got a bunch of spices and stuff like that for you.
Good. I've got something in mind for that later.
Shows him snorting it.
Oh, paprika.
By the way, either of you know how to sing? Look at Mildred and Jack. No? All right. Take voice lessons, and I'll get back to you on that.
Never.
I'm leaving Mr. Hedgehog with another 20 gold, and I'll give Mr. Kangaroo another 10 gold.
What do you want Mr. Koala to do with his 20 gold?
That's just a retainer to keep him happy.
little tear comes to his eye. You're one of my best clients. He makes a note to get a Mr. Koala nameplate and stuff for getting this much money coming in. He's gonna fucking actually get his name changed and make his kids and stuff start calling themselves little koalas and stuff.
Hey, Mildred. I think Rad's trying to tell us. Happy birthday, right? I think it's his birthday and we forgot. You know that song? You know Happy Birthday song?
Well, I know the Happy Birthday song, but
Let's do it on 3. 1,
No.
2.
I hate it.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Rosalind. Hey, jackass.
Mr. Claw tries to sing. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you. It's the thought that counts.
Oh my goodness, he says. He looks at the shattered glass that he accidentally broke with his horrible screeching voice.
Now, where's the Hornsby at?
Let's see. Hornsby is the one who found the copper mine. Let me see if he found anything more interesting for you. He rolls. It's a pretty decent copper mine. You guys go off to see Hornsby.
Okay.
Hornsby has. How much money did you give Hornsby to work with?
Let's see. I know I paid him before. I don't know if I made a note of it.
Yes, I know he got paid, but did you give him any money to invest?
Well, I remember it was enough to fund his expedition. Basically, it wouldn't have been to like set up a mine or anything. He was basically just scouting.
Okay, he's found something, copper mine, and he says, if you wanted to get it, get the guards, set it up, all that stuff that happens afterward. It is out in wild elf territory. They seem angry, possibly because we're taking their land. I don't know. It's not my problem. If you want to get all that, I believe you should be able to get a significant amount of copper. The problem is, of course, that the elves will be trying to kill your miners and any guards that you have on a fairly regular ongoing basis. But might be worth it. I don't know. I'm a businessman.
We'll put a pin in that for now. I've got another idea for you to scout out. Yes.
Jack, we talked about this. Ack.
Yeah, that's actually what I was getting ready to tell him about.
He's like, your mother sucks my balls. Ack.
That'd be a critical. Anyways.
Yes, there. Now, out south of here, Jack will have a location in mind for you. There was where the borax was found. I've got an idea. I want you to do some more scouting in that area.
Borax. Logan,
it was where
borax.
Yes. Sorry. Where McKay bought his house hotel thing in that little town.
Yeah,
with a borax mine area.
Yeah.
All right. Can be trusted, Rad, or should we just torture him first and then find out if he could be trusted?
He can be trusted. Look at him.
Right.
Pinch his cheek.
Now, we found a borax mine, and there was some strange and unusual equipment in that location. I believed there are going to be other mines near there, but they're concealed.
Harder.
I give you this. I give him the MyGo detecting ball that I took. And this will
just looks at it suspiciously.
This will begin to illuminate when you're near unusual equipment in that area. So if you look to see if there was, if you suspect there's going to be more borax, because you could find minerals and things like that. If this begins to glow, don't pursue it, but contact Raslin or myself.
Oh. Okay, so if the ball glows, I make a note of where it is. get the fuck out and come back. I can do that.
Yes.
I can do. Yeah.
If it glows,
Sure.
get the fuck out fast.
Am I in some sort of danger if I have this ball?
These are very old mines, and thus they can collapse. So it's not they were very unstable mines. So it's not the fact that I want you to go explore and be like, yes, this is the borax I got from the heart of the mountain. No.
Okay.
It's for your own safety. It's like it'll illuminate, it'll warn you, yes, this is the area. Come tell us.
Yeah.
Can do.
So basically just more scouting of the area, make notes of when this thing glows, see if there's other similar mines nearby. You don't necessarily need to go exploring deep in the mine.
No.
Okay. So yeah, he rolls to. And he says, next question. What's a MIGO?
The exotic creature of sorts.
Is dangerous? Should I make friends?
Probably as dangerous as those wild elves. But no, you probably don't want to make friends with them. But you want to exercise caution as you normally do.
He waits for the payment part. He says,
I'll count out 20 gold for him.
He looks resigned to his fate. God damn it, he says. Takes the 20 gold. Takes the ball. Takes a bunch of maps and ink and pens and stuff, mutters darkly, begins putting it all into a backpack, doing the angry packing of a man who's being paid to go out and risk his life with weird shit he doesn't understand.
Isn't that what he normally does?
Normally he understands like cave bears and shit like that, but now he's got MIGO and stuff, and he knows he's heard of them somewhere, but he can't remember what they are. So
I think they were an ancient tribe because I found that ball with this, and I pulled out a bear claw that I got out of the same place.
Oh, well, then they should all be dead, right?
Yes, but you don't want to rile up any of the local native wild elves because of past, I don't know their history.
That's fine. He's a fairly sneaky individual because if he wasn't, he'd be dead. So, yeah, he says, yeah. He says he has like a laser pistol that he tucks into his bag and stuff. This is for when I'm in the deep mines. He says nobody else is around.
All right, I think that's all for now.
By the way, I've heard of a new place with red skies and stuff like that is supposed to be just rotten with new technology and stuff. He says, if you could get me this, he gives you a fucking list of like high-tech mining equipment that, and whatnot. He says, at your convenience.
Do you remember what this place is called?
No, I think Ellen might know.
Was it like a big asteroid in outer space?
Yeah, something like that.
Gotcha.
Cool.
All right, I'll take a look into it for you.
I'll try going out and sneaking around the old borax mines and see if I can find some other stuff. But if the light goes on, I get gone. Got it. Cool.
Just as a reminder, Logan, I forgot what role I succeeded, but I had the strong suspicion that there were other mines in the area. Oh, yeah. I'm finding you. I think one of them was like collapse.
He will go out and look for that shit.
That's fine. That's just for future. I was just throwing that out for you, just as a reminder. So,
well, those mines are in safer territory. The downside is that you'd have to buy the land there, but you might be able to get away with spending less on guards.
That just falls under one of our other plans.
All right. And okay. I'll be stopping in at the bank to do a couple things.
How much money do you have in the bank?
Quite a bit. What kind of currency do you want to know about?
Gold or local furry Western currency?
Beastkin gold. I have 105 left.
The bank manager himself comes out and holds open the door for you and your obvious 2 bodyguards.
Oh,
hello,
thank you,
Mr. Rod. Nice to see you again, he says. He works on his whiskers. He's got a rat head.
Hey, have you seen the kangaroo yet?
Ha, he says. No.
All right, you keep an eye out for them, and you let me know if they show up.
Very good, Mr. Rod. How may we please come into my office and such? Yes. He shows you and your bodyguards into the office, and he sits behind his grand desk. He has one of those kind of desks, meant to impress and stuff. Usually the person sitting across him is trying to work their way up to asking for a loan. The desk is made to make it harder to do so. But he says, how may we assist you today?
Oh, I'm just here to access my safety deposit boxes.
Oh,
my friends here could use some hospitality and a drink while I do that.
Of course. He personally goes and pours your bodyguards, looking a bit confused by this, drinks and whatnot, and then he has your box brought into here, and then he leaves the office to allow you to use his office because he has nothing that you care about in here. And he says, I'll be back in 15 minutes. He leaves his office. Your bodyguards sit around drinking.
They are not his bodyguards, okay?
Well, he doesn't know that.
They're just here drinking.
Well, maybe being a bodyguard gets you free booze. You're not really sure on this.
No, I don't work for nobody.
The weird thing is when you're lifting up the glass in the liquid, you thought you saw a person's kind of reflection, and it looked a lot like the girl who people kept saying was your daughter.
What?
You're like,
okay.
I spoiled the drink.
She begins trashing the drink and whatnot. She's like, what? She says, and goes, and pours it on the guy's carpet.
What's that? Not strong enough?
Is there a bottle of the alcohol?
Yes.
I take the bottle and drink a lot.
I guess
He's
it's
not
really
using
good
the glass anymore.
I look suspiciously around.
I don't make eye contact.
He knows not to make direct eye contact with you.
Did you do it? Is it your fault?
Only on the
Good. Somebody is messing with me again.
Really?
The weird thing is somebody's phone went off with the mystical shit just as it was happening. I was like,
What happened?
Nothing.
Someone's messing with you?
I think the drink was too small. I think she likes to drink by volume.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
That's it, yeah.
She seems to be trying to see how much of this guy's really expensive alcohol she can drink and how little of time. Wrestling unconsciously begins hurrying with his business.
Like sort through various currency, pull out a roll of toilet paper and squeeze it, put it back.
It's squeezably soft.
It's my favorite currency.
And keeps one in his safe deposit box, that's for sure.
Got 7 in there.
Okay.
All right. So I've got what I need out of here.
No problem. Eventually, the bank manager comes in. He tries to spot hidden rolls. He's coming in. Oh, Mr. Rudd. He misses entirely that she's got like one of these fancy crystal decanters and shit. And she's going, He goes, he tries to smell roll at a large bonus. He goes, it's like the pervading smell of alcohol as his carpet's just soaked in it. And he says, is there anything else you need?
No, that's all. Keep up the good work.
Oh, very good. He shakes your hand, ignores your bodyguards, and shows you out holding open doors and stuff.
All right.
You guys leave the bank?
When I'm leaving, I look at the banker suspiciously and ask, was it you?
He says, he's wanting to take the crystal decanter back from you.
I want to keep it.
They seem to be struggling over his expensive crystal decanter in the background there, Russ.
Don't worry, Mildred. We'll get you another one.
I hope so.
It's more of that back at the embassy.
Good day, he says.
Mm-hmm. All right, head back to the embassy. That's all I needed here.
Go back in and like look at his expensive woven rugs and wonder, what the fuck happened here? So, you guys head back to the embassy, or
yeah,
Mildred.
Okay.
Yeah, Razvan was telling me that he hasn't been, feeling himself lately, and he really wants to talk about his mother. I think he's got some issues.
Interesting. Good.
Yeah, I think my mother had these long ears, and she birthed me from a giant pouch.
And
carried me around in it and held me up over a cliff, over an army of kangaroo.
How was that for you? How did you feel when she did that?
I felt naked and afraid.
You wanted to be safe.
Message, Yana.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shit.
What? You had this same feeling from childhood?
I look at you and I'm like startled. What? What were you saying?
I think she had the dream where she's the kangaroo. Brad, I am your father.
Oh, crikey.
I look around.
Everybody who's not the woman with no name, please give me an empathy roll.
I look around as well.
Okay.
Start employing counter surveillance. Make a left.
Okay. Sure. I'll take
Yeah, she's fine.
Uh,
This is normal for her.
yes. Did you hit the wrong button there, Slade?
What'd I do? I thought you said evidence and oh, you said empathy. I'm sorry. Yep, my bad.
Perfect. Yeah, you guys are like perfectly normal, perfectly natural. She's like,
Make it right here.
This is all as it should be. You are being followed. There's a group of like little adorable beast-headed kids that are like, ooh, they're kind of like, it's not the we're gonna fucking roll them. It's like, ooh, look, Australians, and they're like just really kid curiosity, trying to keep back, but keep an eye on you guys because
empathy on them. Are they really just innocent, curious?
Give me an empathy roll on them because obviously your empathy leaves a lot to be desired. Yeah, they are adorable. Yeah, you're thinking that there's maybe some hero worship going on, and that after you guys go into the embassy, they'll probably play the I'm the Australian game with each other, and that kind of shit. And because they have parents who don't like elves, then they'll be playing elves and Australians. It's like cowboys and Indians, but weirder.
All right, make it right.
No problem. Nobody else seems to be really. Everybody's taking notice of you guys, like hello, Australians, and hat tipping and stuff going on, and a couple of people as you're walking through go, but that's just Mildred looking at them funny, and they're looking a bit nervous because she's got a pretty high intimidation. So yeah, nothing weird going on.
Okay. So shall we go find a couch for me to lay down on? I'll tell you more about me kangaroo mother.
Yeah.
It's one of those weird sentences that just makes sense only within this world.
Good.
I think my anxiety stems from the fact that I haven't seen her in decades.
Yeah.
Being a doctor and all that, how do you recommend I cope?
Well, how do you think you should, like, what do you think would help you in this situation?
Well, in times like this, I usually smoke a big doobie, and then I pull my didgeridoo off my shoulder, and it's usually how I deal with it.
So you just do something relaxing and feel a little bit better after, like murder some people, skin somebody, so stuff like that.
You sure you're a doctor?
I'm okay, doctor. Shut up.
Murder some people. All right. Well, I guess I'll have a think on that.
Well, for everybody, relaxation comes from something different. Like, I like to skin people, but for you, it might be something like totally different. So I can't like really give you any advice, but I think it's interesting to think about it. What works for you?
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So just do something nice and relaxing. You know, everybody has evil, crazy moms. It's okay. That's why I don't have kids.
Wow. If it's evil and crazy, she's halfway to motherhood already. As you say that, as she says, that's why I don't have kids. You ought to be sure to keep an eye on your Roll20 messages.
Yeah.
She then says, "Come."
I start running in that way.
All right. She then runs away. What do you two do?
I watched for sure she was going to kill you.
I watched for a moment. Is she running towards the kids that were following us?
Some ladies who are going by with their groceries. She runs over and grabs one and shakes her and yells at her and stuff.
Yeah, I'll stroll in that direction.
All right, it looks like some Dora ladies and stuff. You know, they look human and whatnot. And she's yelling at one of them, and the lady is looking completely baffled. And give me an intimidation roll there, Yana. They appear to be locals, or that's how they're dressed anyway. And Yana's like crying and yelling at her and stuff, and the lady looks completely baffled by this.
What are you doing here?
What? I was buying bread.
What, do you owe her money or something?
Do I when I'm close to her like this, do I see it somebody different, or do I think
Yeah, no, it's somebody different.
Fine. I just like push her away from me and just like go very fast somewhere else. Just like
lady staggers back a bit. Oh,
she likes you.
I try to keep an eye on Mildred there. And
why is it happening again?
We'll follow.
Who is doing this fucking shit?
She's muttering evilly and such. Mildred, you think you might feel more calm if you were holding a skinning knife or something.
Right. I quickly like look at my backpack and start to rummaging through my things.
There it is. Okay. She pulls out a blood-encrusted skinning knife and is looking at going.
She doesn't suffer from insanity. She clearly enjoys every minute of it.
This appears to calm her down quite a bit.
I'm better.
Or you two are feeling a bit more tense.
Well, hoping for the best and planning for the worst.
Told you, rad therapy doesn't work.
So he may have a point after all. Where do you guys wish to go next?
So we'll make our way back to the embassy, and I'll be checking to see if we're being followed by anyone else.
The guards don't want to let you into the embassy. You don't think you're being followed by anybody else, but the guards keep looking at Mildred for some reason and not wanting to let you in the embassy.
Put the knife away.
But it's the only thing in this world that makes sense.
Well, you can still hold on to it. Maybe just tuck it under your clothes or something.
But what if I put it down? No, I can't. I just can't, okay? You just have to deal with it. I look at the guards.
She's all right.
Give me a fast talk roll at half wrestling. They're like, no. The two rhino-headed guards just shake their head.
Well, I guess she'll stay out here and calm down for a bit. Just practice your breathing.
The guards go into a quick two-person huddle. No, you should keep her with you. Yeah. Maybe you should go in through a different gate today just to change. There's a gate about 50 meters that way.
Huh?
Yeah. Could you take her through that one instead? But keep her with you.
Wander over towards that gate.
All right. The guards look at her. She's sitting there clutching her thing. They're like, you're not Joshua McKay. What's that for? They point at skinning knife.
She's the new cook, mate. Got her a new set of cutlery and she loves it. Just look at her. Slices and dices the steaks and chops.
I want a fast talk roll. They go, They rub their horn.
Critical.
Oh, thank goodness. We're looking forward to new things out of her kitchen. Yes. They let you in. They are really, you may have found one of the kinks in the security there, Swade. So you guys head in, and where would you like to go to? People scatter. Give me an intimidation roll, Yana, as you wander through the courtyard with the bloody skinning knife held protectively in your hand. People flee in mortal terror as though death is coming, and they all know what that skinning knife is for. Apparently, stories have circulated among them. The courtyard is quickly cleared out as people migrate to the other side of the embassy to try to keep the big buildings between you guys and them. You hear screaming and crying from the other side of the embassy as they know that Judgment Day has at last come for them.
We'll head over to the meeting house that the doors use.
No problem. It appears to be completely abandoned. Nobody is actually. Yeah. You guys head on in.
I'll pull out a chair for Mildred. We'll pour her a drink.
Okay.
There you go. Now, you want to tell us about your mother by chance?
It's super quiet now.
I take out a notepad and get ready to take notes.
My mother. I don't even know where to start. No, I don't want to tell you anything.
Tell us about why you had an issue with that woman on the street. Why were you grabbing her and shaking her?
She's like, stupid person. Like the normal people who are just living their happy, normal lives. I have enough of this.
You asked her what she was doing there, so you knew her. Why did you want to know that she was here?
I look around like I'm trying to escape.
The alcohol is helping.
Slosh a bottle, huh? Come on, open up the old rest. Tell us what's on your mind.
you know, it was before your time, but this like evil lie was spread about me, you know.
An evil lie?
Evil lie, yes.
People are smearing you?
Exactly. Yeah, people at one point, you know, it's not true at all, but at one point people said that I have a kid, you know, a daughter. But it wasn't my kid at all. It was like a kid of some girl or something. I didn't even know her, of course. I didn't love her. She didn't left me with some random guy because of some high-end politics or something. No, no, no. That's just no. It was just a lie. Some random people came with, you know. They said I have a kid. I don't have a fucking kid. Okay, so.
All right, you don't have a kid.
No.
So this lady that you were yelling at, you thought she was the one that spread the lie?
Yes, that's a good idea. Yes.
Maybe I missed something here. Why is it bad if you have a kid?
Shut
I've
up.
got a daughter. I have a daughter.
You do? Where is she? Is she happy that you left her and you don't spend any time with her? Is she all ecstatic and well adjusted?
I slowly take and put my hands on your shoulders and I say, I killed her in front of Razzle and Rad.
Oh.
Child rearing it was.
I look at Raslin. That's
Well, I think it was more of an accident.
Was it an accident?
I nod. I've had to live with that guilt my entire life. Yeah, she Raslin slept with her and I was mad and I lashed out and gave her a slap and just a bit too hard.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, she got me all licked up and seduced me to get at her father. And apparently it worked.
Interesting.
You never told me that part.
So you have interesting dynamics too. Okay. Well, you know, I had my girlfriend had the kid, but because of like politics things. But and the kid was also like a semi-god thing or something. And then it was very complicated, but basically she stopped talking to me, so I mad at her, and then they both disappeared. And today I started to see the kid everywhere, like in the reflections, and then I thought the woman was the kid, because the kid now is all grown up because of time shit. So
I'm just gonna throw something out there. Why don't you just embrace the fact that she might be your child?
But I don't want to have a child.
Why?
Because I could randomly kill it, like you.
You realize, though, that we're both in the same place. You in denial, me in acceptance, and we're both sitting here right now.
Yeah.
You can still change things. I cannot.
But
read your notes, Ghana. Read your notes.
Oh, fuck. No, I smashed the whiskey bottle. I'm sorry.
Oh, apparently her alcoholism is done with now. She is reformed.
I hear what you are saying, but having a kid is so much work. Like, I don't want it.
But that doesn't change the fact that she might be your daughter. Embrace the fact that she's your daughter and then put her in a nice boarding school somewhere.
But that's awful. Like, I don't like boarding schools. Like, kids want to be with their parents.
Not where all these people come from.
Like, if you have a good relationship.
Try it. What's the worst that can happen?
I will kill her like you did. how can you tell me to go embrace my daughter when you did what you did? Like, you know how it goes. The kid does something crazy, and you.
Because I live in regret. I want to go find her. She might even exist back in this world again.
Oh, so you do. Maybe there's this shadow of her or something.
Exactly. Exactly.
So you go find the shadow of your daughter and have happy lives, but I don't want it.
All right.
Yana, please do something about whatever your mic is hitting that's solid. It's so painful.
I'm sorry.
It's like a Macarena going off, but
It's weird because I'm holding it right now, so it shouldn't like really. I try to hold it so it doesn't like do that. I don't know. Sorry.
make you wrap it in a sock or so. Oh, there you go. Tie a sock loosely around it.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Well, maybe one thing to think about is just, asking for forgiveness. Like when I was a kid, I asked God for a bike, but I know God doesn't work that way. So I stole a bike and then I asked for forgiveness.
I like certain parts of that story, like the stealing part, but God also doesn't exist, so I don't know how that helps. We are the gods of this place. You know that.
God's more of a metaphor in this example.
So, like, ask for forgiveness from whom?
Maybe you need to ask yourself.
Look at your notes, Yana. You got to make them more accessible as shit's going on in your life.
Oh, I just like I look down at the whiskey bottle on the ground, which is like smashed, and I like look away.
All right.
So-
I think that went very well. I think we're making real progress.
Don't worry about it, okay? I'm fine. I will deal with it. I will kill some people. Everything will be fine.
But you're not dealing with it. I like to kill people, and I had a daughter that I killed.
Yes.
You just have to accept these things. You like to kill people. That is a separate issue.
It's not an issue. It's fun. Yes, and like I don't know how to accept it. I don't want it.
I'd have given that whip crack intimidate to Yana. Whoa.
I didn't want to cause all the refugees sandlots.
So you're thinking ahead, are you? Damn you.
So even if you don't want it, you don't think you have a daughter, correct? Is that what you're saying? You really believe you don't have a daughter?
Like I know that girlfriend head is existing somewhere. Okay.
So you know you have a daughter.
It's not my daughter. It's just the girl the other woman had. It's just the kid somebody I was in a relationship with had. Okay.
Okay.
It's just like connected to me magically or something. It doesn't mean anything. It's normal. It's not important.
It is important because the daughter I was speaking of wasn't actually my daughter. I found her in an alley.
Really?
I took her and I kind of adopted her. I just took her out of the alley. I fed her. I took care of her. I stopped traveling for years. I worked as a garbage man.
Oh wow!
And I raised her as a normal person.
But how can you do that? How can you like give up all your life and just like give the time to somebody else who's like small and boring?
You make it exciting. I used to take her on adventures with me when she got a little older.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you have to take care of her all the time, and like it's hard enough as it is with all the like crazy shit that's going on.
All right, I'm going to ask you just a couple questions here, and then I'll be done.
Okay.
If somebody was sneaking up behind me right now with a knife, would you interject?
I put my knife away.
That depends on the circumstance.
If you knew they were going to cause me harm, would you help me or would you help them?
Depends on the circumstance.
We're just sitting here talking right now.
Well, probably I would help you because I want to like finish the conversation, and then I will let them kill you.
You see, you don't even know what kind of good conversations you could have with this girl.
But she's a little girl. There are no like fun conversation with little girls. They just like want to be princesses and stuff.
But you could groom her. Somebody to carry on your mantle.
Of murder and mayhem. I don't know if it's a good idea that there to be more crazy people like me.
All right. You help all of us. I've heard stories how you help the other Doras.
That was
And how you hinder them.
See?
If what you're doing is not working, try something different.
It is working.
Yeah, it looks like it. You're locked in a bunker in the middle of Australia.
Right. That's just because I'm here with you guys. You dragged me here. You wanted to talk about it. I was perfectly okay.
Right. I guess she's okay now, Raslin.
Yes, I'm great.
Yeah, maybe we should do this again next week, same time. I think my calendar's open.
Therapy.
Yeah.
So, what was your daughter's name?
I don't know.
You don't know? You're denying it. What is it? Say it. Say it.
I don't have a daughter.
What was your friend's daughter's name?
No.
What was your friend's name?
Maddie.
Maddie? When was the last time you saw Maddie?
Years ago. Probably, right, Logan?
Probably like 6 months to a year, somewhere in there is my guess. Probably a year, yeah.
Year ago.
You can still feel the hole in your life. It's like having a sheath without a fucking knife in it.
So where's this Maddie?
I don't know where she's okay. She just left me.
She's the one that left you.
Yeah. Of course. I may have yelled at her a little bit to go away, but she was the one who left. When somebody is yelling at you, go away, it means they want you to come closer, don't you know?
Maybe she pulled away so you'll come closer.
Huh? That doesn't make any sense.
Stop playing hard to get.
I'm not playing, okay? But she betrayed me. Then when I yelled at her, she left. Okay?
Oh, okay, wait. How did she betray you? Maybe I missed that.
Well, we were together and she left me because of the politics things and had the kid without like talking with me about it.
I'm just asking, do you know if she did this on her own accord?
Well, it was complicated.
It's complicated, right?
Like the word was hanging in the balance or something.
The balance.
The balance. The balance. The word bounces around your skull.
There were these like AIs that were battling over this world. And well, yeah, it's complicated. She got like infected with the white AI. Kind of.
The white AI?
Yeah.
And so it wasn't under her own accord.
Well, she was still her. She just became more human using the white AI because she was a robot before, a replicant. So she became more human, but also that was like we were using white to make her more human.
Was
But,
she becoming more human to be with you?
yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like she left you then.
She left me after.
I don't know. It looks like she was making some big Oh, one second. All right. Also, everybody has to throw away all their Nada cards here. And then draw equal number. Just throwing that out there.
As Wrestling Rat begins finding out all kinds of things, he's like, God damn it, now I'm stuck in this bunker doing psychotherapy to this crazy lady.
So she was trying to become more human to be with you. She has a daughter.
She had a daughter after. She left me because of she said that she left me because she was trying to protect me. Because weird stuff was happening with the white and with her being pregnant, and the kid was supposed to be like the white reincarnated or something. It's a whole thing.
Sounds like something you need to finish.
I don't even know where any of them are.
Have you asked for help?
It's hard to I don't. Shut up! I don't want to see them.
That's what we're here for. We're here to help. We're helping you. We'll help each other.
Yes.
So let's go back. Let's help Rosalind. I'm serious. Let's plan on it. Let's work on it. Let's. I'll put resources to it. Not now. Not today. Maybe not next month. Seriously. You put some work into it too, and you tell me when and where, and I'll be there.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe we should be making the world safe for our children, but not our children's children, because I don't think children should be having sex.
No? Yeah.
The homespun wisdom of Wrestling Rad.
Which reminds me, since we're on the topic of children, one of the things kids like is to be tricked. You know, for instance, I was once taking my little nephew to Disneyland, but instead I drove him to an old burned out warehouse. I said, "Oh no, Disneyland's burned down." And he cried and cried, but I think deep down he thought it was a pretty good joke. And then I started to drive over to the real Disneyland, but it was getting pretty late.
That's like a good parenting, I think.
Everybody, please reduce the cards in your hand. Any reds?
No.
No. Anybody want to jump really well?
Ooh.
No.
Amazing how many cards you guys all got for psychotherapy.
Yeah, cycled through a lot of cards there.
And role-playing it, not just rolling it.
No, just rolling it. It's like, she's a little disturbed. Yeah, no new information gotten. It's just like, you put a Band-Aid on the problem of her ripped apart soul, and she resents you for it. I like that just from her, you've just gotten all kinds of new information, which may or may not end up being vital to stuff.
Would you consider singing a musical instrument for Virtuoso card?
No, you
right.
need to join a band.
Fine, steel drums.
Done.
You want to do a little jamming?
Yeah, we got to give me some steel drums.
So, on Wrestling Rad's to-do list, what's next?
Blow on my Disney, do a little bit more. And so I think we've got things set up here while they're powering up the Clems. We could we need to head over to Gothic next and check on the Golden Wattle.
I'm happy to
now,
come to
last time
day.
I was with you, Mildred, remember we were at the, it was the White Dove. It was all burnt down.
Yep.
And you asked me to promise to make sure you had your own room in the basement.
Yes.
And I did that.
Really?
I had them create an actual interrogation room for you.
Nice.
It's on the blueprints and everything.
That's cool.
Hey, who's looking out for you?
Yeah. Wow.
Okay, so let's see here. Let me shuffle through my belongings here for a moment. So Logan, I'm going to, let's see, what time of day is it here?
Probably about 3 p.m. I'm happy, like I said, I'm happy to cut to the next morning,
Yeah, we can do that. I was just considering whether I wanted to trump over to Gothic before the Clems is all booted up, but we can just kind of pass time.
No problem. When the Clem, you guys pass time, get food, keep Mildred away from other people, and it's amazing. People are absolutely terrified of her. Especially wandering around with a skinning knife out and stuff. That's not fucking enhancing anybody's calm.
Yeah, before we leave the room, Mildred, you might want to consider maybe concealing it. You keep your hand on it, but maybe conceal it so we're not scaring off all the locals.
Yeah, but I like, when they run away from me in fear. It makes like my heart.
I don't think you need the knife to accomplish that. I think by reputation alone, they're going to pot like the Red Sea for you.
Okay.
Now, Wrestling, you do notice there's a large loaf of bread over there, and with a couple of alterations, if you wanted to, you could simply slip it over her hand and the knife.
Oh, I thought you were wondering maybe if she carried the bread in one hand, people would just think, oh, she's about to cut bread.
No, I was going far more insane than that. Oh, bread hands is coming after you.
That would be far more terrifying than a knife.
It really would be if you covered her in different bread from head to toe. She became like a fucking evil gingerbread person. Jesus, that's scary.
All right.